You decide to start a new habit. You buy the new running shoes. You download the language app. You clear your desk to finally write. Day 1 is exciting, a fresh start. Day 2 feels good. You're building momentum. And then on day 3, it happens. The feeling is gone. The work feels like work, and you have no idea why. Most people assume the answer is simple. They're lazy. Their willpower just ran out. But that's not quite right. And the real reason has nothing to do with your character. This is not a sudden change in your character. The task simply stopped feeling new, and that shift changes how much attention it receives. The first part of the answer has to do with novelty. New experiences tend to receive extra attention. In 2006, neuroscientists Nico Bunzik and Emre Duzel at University College London tested this with brain imaging. They showed participants a series of pictures. Some were familiar, while others were novel, rare, negative, or required a response. Novel pictures produced stronger responses in the substantia nigra vitae than the other categories. That matters because these midbrain regions participate in learning, motivation, and the processing of potentially important information. The study does not reveal a 3-day timer. It shows something simpler. Novelty can act like a spotlight. On day 1, the new shoes, the new app, and the blank page all stand out. Each cue says, pay attention, this is different. After enough repetition, that extra salience shrinks. The activity has to compete without it, but that's only half the story. And honestly, what comes next explains everything. Because that spotlight does not stay equally bright forever. Eventually, the shoes are just shoes. The app is just an icon. The novelty bonus has faded. But the reward you are working for, getting fit, speaking Spanish, finishing the book, is still months or years away. This is the payoff gap. The effort is immediate, but the benefit is delayed. During today's decision, that distant benefit often exerts less pull than the experience available right now. Think of it like a rocket launch. The first 2 days are the launch. It's fire and noise and a massive explosion of energy. But that's just to get you off the ground. The real journey happens after the boosters fall away. You're no longer a rocket. You're a small capsule coasting in the quiet, and you need a new engine to keep going. In 2017, researchers Caitlin Woolley and Eilert Fischbach at the University of Chicago confirmed this. Across studies on New Year's resolutions and gym habits, they found a powerful truth. The idea of a long-term benefit is great for choosing a goal, but what predicts if you actually stick with it? Today is an immediate reward. The simple feeling of enjoyment during the activity was a far better predictor of persistence than the distant dream. But there's another layer to this, and it's where the solution lies. If the problem is a lack of immediate reward, the answer isn't to find more willpower. It's to build a bridge across the payoff gap. You have to design a tiny, immediate reward for the act of showing up, especially on day 3. One version of this strategy is called temptation bundling. Researcher Catherine Milkman and her colleagues tested it by pairing tempting audiobooks with gym visits. Participants with gym-only access to the audiobooks initially visited more often than a control group, although the effect weakened over time. This was not a permanent cure, but it demonstrated the mechanism. An immediate enjoyable experience can help a delayed payoff behavior compete today. This doesn't have to be complicated. It's the great coffee you only let yourself have while you write your first paragraph. The favorite podcast you only play while you're on your daily walk. The satisfying bright red X you draw on a calendar the moment you finish. The reward isn't for becoming a marathon runner. It's for putting on your shoes. So here's what's really happening when your motivation vanishes. The novelty bonus that supplied the initial rocket fuel has faded. You're left standing in the payoff gap, where the effort is now and the reward is later. Willpower is not the whole explanation. The immediate experience is competing with a distant result. It's not a moral failure, it's a design problem. The 3-day drop isn't a universal deadline. For you, it might be day 5 or day 10, but it's a doorway. It's the first moment a new intention gets tested by reality. It's the point where the fireworks end and the real journey begins. And the secret isn't to find a bigger rocket, it's to build a better engine for the quiet coasting that comes after. Because true motivation isn't something you have, it's something you design.